this our mirrored lake room, and they gave it that name for this pool of water that you guys see right here. This pool is kind of cool because it doesn't actually have a stream or a creek that flows into it or out of it. The only way the water gets in is from dripping off of the formations above. The only way that it leaves is through natural evaporation. Now, it is about 14 inches deep here in the center, about 8 inches deep on the outer edges, and it stays a pretty constant around 40 to 45 degrees. So it is quite chilly. And like I said, we do have some little baby salamanders that like to hang out in our pools here. So I'll try to look for one here in a moment and point it out to you guys. But for now, I'd like to redirect your attention to the start hole right here. That there is what we call our abandoned tourist route, because that's where we like to throw all of our really bad tourists.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. We don't really do that.
Have you guys? I can go see it.
That's cool. Actually, there's really not that much cool stuff down there, to be
there's not.
honest. We used to take tours down there until 1985 when we did have a very large flood here in the area. When that flood hit, that part of the cave got completely washed out, so the flooring's not quite as stable as it used to be. I doubt they'll reopen that part of the cave for tours, but there has been a lot of talk of fixing the floors down there and turning it into an underground classroom, because you come down and do hands-on activities like testing water solids and stuff like that. So I think that would be pretty awesome, and it's something to look forward to for the future. Now, as you guys walk along this bridge right here, please be extra careful of this rock. We gave it the name Headache Rock for a very good reason, so y'all just be extra careful, okay? Let's see if I can find a salamander. When we turn the lights on, they tend to go burrow under the mud. They like to hide up under the rocks too, so they're pretty smart little buggers.
Headache rock.
It is headache rock.
I'm not seeing it. Oh, there's one right there. See that little dark line?
Oh,
That's a little baby salamander.
It does look
little
like a
baby
stick.
tadpoles, pretty much.
Focus.
But it usually takes them about 2 years to fully mature, and then they can eventually leave the cave if they want. But like I said, we do have some adults that like to hang out here.
Yeah.
He's a good little buddy.
My camera will not focus on that. That's sad.
Did you guys see him in the back there?
Okay, camera.
See if I can find him again.
Focus.
There he is.
Focus. Thank you. Oh, it's so tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. He's going to focus this time. That little guy.
Oh, you can actually see. Now you can all see before you just look a little line.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now we call this our waterfall room, simply because there actually used to be a waterfall that flowed right down this slope right here. And yeah, you can see where the water used to flow. As you can see, we don't have that waterfall anymore. But if you were to follow this passageway up, it eventually would lead you back to the natural entrance of the cave. So there's lots of little nooks and crannies down here, lots of ways to get back to that natural entrance, besides the way that we obviously just came. Now also, as you guys are going throughout the cave, you're going to see a lot of these itty-bitty stalactites hanging down everywhere. Those are what we call soda straws, and they are hollow in the center, just like a soda straw. And they're basically nothing more than just a baby stalactite. Eventually they will clog up in the center and start to form into a much larger stalactite in the future. Now if you look up on the slope over here, you'll see a little baby column. That'll give you guys an idea of what the colossal dome will look like here probably in a few million years or so. Definitely not in our lifetime, of course. And believe it or not, that guy's actually holding up the ceiling right now. I'm just kidding. It's really not.
I
gonna
am
do
the
anything.
most gullible person ever.
No, they don't really serve much of a support down here. They just eventually run out of room to grow and grow together. So. Now, as you guys go throughout the cave as well, you're going to see a lot of this clay everywhere. And this is the same type of clay that they use for pottery. Basically, it's nothing more than a rock dust. The way I like to think about it is kind of like when you saw a piece of wood and you have a bunch of sawdust. Same thing with this stuff. Like basically,